in these gambling establishments is a level far higher than I have ever achieved. I'll admit that. I mean, I'm good at poker, but I'm nothing like those guys. You ever watch the World Series of Poker? I know it's kind of boring, but you watch these guys play poker, 5-card stud and Texas Hold'em, and I don't know how they do it. And I know that's why most of them wear sunglasses, but it's just, that is a level of expertise of gambling in cards that is far, far above me, because I don't win. I don't know, maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you always win. So if you always win, you've got the opportunity now to possibly win, by the time the jackpot is done growing, over $700 million. Now, I guarantee I don't think if there's going to be, I can't believe, if there's one winner, God help them. God help if there's a single ticket with a single gambler attached to it. Now, it would be different if it's a single ticket winner, but it's like a group of people of like 20. Well, that's different. If you get one winner for one ticket for $700 million, his life will never be the same ever again. They won't even be able to go into hiding. Well, first of all, the lottery always tells them, well, we get to use your mug and persona if you win. So these people will never be private again if there's one winner. If there's a bunch of winners, then it's not so dramatic. Well, they all get to share $700 million, and it comes out to be, they all get like $100 million apiece or something. But that's still nothing to sneeze at. But I hope to God that it isn't one person that wins that whole jackpot. That'll be over. We won't, if it's only one winner, we're not going to hear from that person for probably at least 6 months. Oh, would you come forward that fast? If I won that kind of money, let me tell you, the first thing I'd be doing is setting up all kinds of legal entities and contacting lawyers and financial advisors and building up my financial and other types of protective walls and barriers and everything else and that takes time to develop. I wouldn't be, and I'd have to find a safe from someplace and lock that ticket away, that's for sure. Because there's no way I could turn it in within a week. No, you got to be prepared. Yeah, and you're going to have to hire yourself a security team and security firm and can you, where are you going to live? The average person lives in, Averageville, Joe, USA, in the country or in the city or something, single family home or apartment. Where are you going to live? You cannot go back to your old home if you're the only winner of $700 million. How are you going to secure your home and yourself? I don't want to scare anybody from trying to play, so go and play if you want. But just take into consideration that if you are the winner, there's a lot. You think it's just going to be easy peasy? No, there's going to be some work before you even collect that humongous amount, because your life is going to change tremendously. So good luck to all of you who are playing. I'm staying out this one. I'm going to sit at home on this one. It's amazing how so many people will also chastise the rich and hate the rich, but at the same time, they'll go out there and spend, $5, $10, $15, $20 every week to try to become one of them. It goes for liberals, too. I hate the rich, can't stand the rich, but they're out there playing lotto because they want to be rich. Hypocrisy up the wazoo. Growing percentage, this is from cnsnews.com, growing percentage of men, I don't call them men, growing percentage of adult boys aged 25 to 54 say home responsibilities keep them out of the labor force. The Mr. Mom syndrome. It'd be different if they're actually working from home. That's one thing. But this is from the Labor Department, Bureau of Labor Statistics, is coming out with these guys don't have a job. Because it's just so tough to go to work every day and bring home the bacon and then take care of the family. I got so many responsibilities I can't handle. Grow up. How sad is that? Men 25 to 54 say home responsibilities keep them out of the labor force. So among the data it tracks, the Bureau of Labor Statistics counts how many people are not participating in the labor force. And in a new report, it also examined the reasons people give for their non-participation. Retirement, illness, or disability, home responsibilities, school, or other reasons. And the report looked at people's non-participation in labor force by age and gender for the years 2014, the most recent for which data is available, and 2004. In the year 2014, 763,000 men between the ages of 25 and 54 cited home responsibilities as their reason for not working or for not looking for work. Those 763,000 men were 1.2% of the total male civilian non-institutional population in that age group. Back in 2004, 577,000 men in that age group, or 0.9%, cited home responsibilities as their reason for not working and not looking for a job. So 750,000 men between the ages, boys, I should say, 750,000 boys between the ages of 25 and 54 in 2014 said they were not looking for work because isn't providing for yourself and your family one of your home responsibilities? I mean, at least getting out there looking. These guys aren't even looking. I'm not talking about having a job. They're not even out there. They're not even looking. They're not even trying to participate. That's the mental illness that we're facing now. And Bruce Jenner is back in the news again for whatever reason. I don't know. I know I know some people are going to call here. Rod, that's not Bruce, it's Caitlyn Jenner. No. Again, if you're new to this program, I refuse to call him Caitlyn. And this is part of it. We got a bunch of men running around trying to be women. It is so bad that even a woman's magazine named Bruce Jenner Woman of the Year. Who does that? Can somebody, well, look, you can, what's that old saying? You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. Well, you can put lipstick on Bruce Jenner, but he's still Bruce. And he's not a woman. There was he's got a reality show, right? I tried to watch an episode of it. And because I was convinced that this was a Kardashian-esque type of, stunt to try to stay out in the public eye and make money off of this thing. But which is why I watched part of this reality episode of Bruce, Caitlyn Jenner, whatever it was. They were on a coach bus, tour bus, and drinking white wine on the bus, and they were all women and trans women, whatever. And they were just caterwauling away as women are supposed to do, right? So that's the stereotype. And I'm looking and listening at Bruce Jenner and another quote unquote woman. I have no idea who he was. But I'm watching for 10 minutes and thinking, my God, this is not an act. He's for real. He really believes that he's a woman. He really believes he's a woman. And I couldn't, I don't know how long it was. A half-hour program? I don't know. Hour. I only watched 10 minutes of it, and I had to turn away because I couldn't take it. Unbelievable. But this is what we're doing to our men. We're not only, in this country, we're not only turning men into boys, but we're turning those boys into girls. Can you believe? And one of the biggest, and this is a Western civilization problem. It's not just here. One of the biggest male models in the world is a question mark. They call what's his name? He's androgynous. I mean, you don't know if he's a girl or a guy half the time. What he's dressed up in for modeling and his physical shape and his looks, you don't know. He's like a third sex. I mean, his sexuality is fluid. Well, what the hell does that mean? Fluid. I mean, it changes from day to day. I don't understand. Look, just be a man. Buck up and own up. And grow up. You don't get to be. This isn't. We've got so many Peter Pans. It's ridiculous. It's one thing to want to try, to try to stay in shape or to try to eat right and do all kinds of things to try to stay healthy and stay physically young, if you will, and to keep your mind active so you're mentally young. That's one thing, but to actually pretend that you're not grown up, to actually pretend that you're still a teenager when you're like 40 years old is just ridiculous. Grow up. And this is all part of this. This is why when I got on the air on Wednesday, I was trying to point out the difference between all these wonderful young military men that were going through the airport after the holiday and the non-military males. The difference was so stark. And it's actually very sad because the military is such an extreme small percentage of the overall population in this country. But the difference is just stark, and this is just one of those things. I have too many responsibilities at home for me to work. I don't know, folks. I can't deal with that kind of idiocy. It just doesn't compute with me. I don't know. Does it compute with you? Let me know. No, you can give me a call. Let me know if it computes with you, because it sure as hell doesn't compute with me. And it really kind of ticks me off, actually, that we can actually go out. Those of us who are busy acting like real men, who've actually grown up, and we're out there busy trying to attend to our home responsibilities. What home responsibilities would possibly keep you from getting a job? That's what I wanted, because the story doesn't say on CNS News. It doesn't say what those home responsibilities are. Can somebody possibly tell me what home responsibilities would keep you from work, at least working from home? Look, there are people that have multi-million dollar businesses run out of a home office or bedroom. There's nothing wrong with working from home. It's highly doable. There are people that have six-figure jobs that don't go into the office; they work from home. That's fine. But how is it that home responsibilities keep you from at least trying to look for work? I don't understand what home responsibilities would prevent a real, live, grown man from actually fulfilling and paying attention to his real responsibilities at home.